Living in this world, one can get a glimpse of a person's future from his temper. Mentality affects everything, and the environment arises from the mind. Different personalities shape different destinies. How a person feels, his life will also change accordingly. If the mind changes with the environment, people will be influenced by the environment and experience all kinds of pain in the world. When the mind is affected by the outside world, emotions will fluctuate. If you can't control your emotions, you will be dominated by them, causing endless pain. Therefore, emotions are your inner challenge. Only by controlling your emotions can you control your life. A person's character and temper are really important factors that affect one's life. The ancients said, "Appearance comes from the heart." In fact, this also means that a person's inner world will be expressed through his outer appearance. People with good tempers are usually kind-hearted, gentle, and courteous in dealing with others. Such people are easy to be loved and helped by others, and thus gain good luck and happiness. The following video is a bit long, so I suggest you watch it when you are calm and not busy. After reading it patiently, you will definitely gain something. If you can do this, blessings will surely follow. If you don't have time now, please subscribe and bookmark this video first so that you won't find it in the future. There is a small restaurant owner who has a gentle personality, always smiles, and is not impatient when things happen. Although the small restaurant he runs is not large in scale, the business has been very good. Because of his good temper, customers are willing to come and introduce their friends. Although his life is simple, it is full of happiness. Temperament determines a person's aura and attractiveness. A good temper can attract sunshine and luck, but a bad temper can scare away good luck. This is a flow of energy. When you maintain a positive attitude, the environment and people around you will also feel this energy and be naturally attracted to you. There was a young man who had a very irritable temper when he first started working. He often got angry over the smallest things. This made his colleagues dislike him very much, causing him to often run into obstacles at work. Later, he realized his problem and began to learn to control his temper. Slowly, his working environment became harmonious and his career improved. Controlling your temper requires skill and wisdom. Losing your temper will only bring disaster. There is a wise saying in Buddhism, "When you get angry, you will be burned by fire." I once saw a friend lose control of his temper and yell at his wife and children. As a result, the whole family fell out, and the wife ran away from home with the children. Once at a conference, an old professor's speech time was interrupted by another participant. At that time, everyone thought he would lose his temper, but he just smiled and politely asked the other person to finish speaking first. Later, this professor gained more respect and recognition from everyone. His calmness and generosity taught us a lot. A bad temper will affect a person's career development and cause people to lose many opportunities. Gentle and polite people are more likely to succeed because they can create more good relationships and create more opportunities. There was a businessman who offended many people because of his hot temper when he was young, causing his business to suffer setbacks. Later, he began to learn how to manage his emotions, became gentle and polite, and got along more harmoniously with others. As a result, his career began to take off, and he eventually became a successful entrepreneur. Good temper is the strongest sign of an adult. It can make people have smooth flow in work, relationship, health, and other aspects. People with good tempers can often maintain a happy mood, which is also very helpful to health. There was a doctor who was always kind to his patients and patiently listened to their problems, which made his patients trust him. His good temper not only endeared him to colleagues and patients in the hospital, but also kept him in good health. Character and temper can really affect a person's destiny and life circumstances. Learning to control our temper and maintain a good temper will not only make our interpersonal relationships better, but also make our lives happier and more fulfilling. Family harmony is inseparable from good temper. A bad temper can cause conflicts, even hurt loved ones, and especially affects the character development of children. There is a couple. The husband has a very bad temper and often gets angry with his wife over trivial things. Every time a child sees their parents arguing, they feel scared and helpless. Over time, the child became very introverted, afraid to express his emotions, and even afraid to interact with classmates in school. Such a family environment not only destroys the relationship between husband and wife, but also has a negative impact on the growth of children. On the contrary, in some families, parents maintain good tempers, respect, and tolerate each other. Children grow up in such an environment, learn how to deal with conflicts and emotions, and become confident and cheerful. A good temper can really create a warm and harmonious family atmosphere, which is very important for children's character development. Mutual tolerance and good temper between husband and wife are the cornerstone of family happiness. In marriage, it is inevitable to encounter various conflicts and frictions, but if both spouses can treat each other with good temper, many problems can be easily solved. There was a couple who often quarreled in the early stages of their marriage because both parties were stubborn and unwilling to give in. Later, they decided to change themselves, learn to tolerate each other's shortcomings, and use good temper to resolve conflicts. As a result, their marriage became stronger and their family became happier. This example tells us that good temper and tolerance are really important factors in maintaining a happy marriage. A bad temper can damage your health and lead to various diseases, while a good temper is good for your body and mind. Controlling your emotions is critical to maintaining good health. There is a friend who loses his temper frequently, which leads to long-term insomnia and unstable blood pressure. The doctor told him that this was all caused by improper emotional management, so he began to learn to control his temper through meditation and deep breathing to calm down. After a few months, his sleep quality improved and his blood pressure returned to normal. This story tells us that a good temper can not only make our lives better, but also make our bodies healthier. Many modern diseases, such as hypertension, autoimmune system diseases, etc., are related to long-term accumulation of negative emotions. When we are under long-term stress and anxiety, the body will produce a series of adverse reactions, eventually leading to various health problems. Mr. Beeson, a working professional, often feels anxious and irritable due to high work pressure. As a result, he began to have problems with his immune system and became sick frequently. The doctor told him that this was due to the long-term accumulation of negative emotions. Later, he began to learn how to relax himself, release stress through exercise and meditation, and gradually regained his health. This example once again proves that controlling emotions and maintaining a good temper are crucial to our physical and mental health. You must always restrain your temper and cultivate a tolerant and contented mentality. Only in this way can you win happiness and blessings. In life, we will always encounter unsatisfactory things, but we can choose what attitude to face them with. There was a retired old gentleman who missed many opportunities because of his bad temper when he was young. In his later years, he decided to change himself and began to learn tolerance and contentment. He participated in volunteer services in the community, helped those in need, and was grateful for the little things in life. As a result, he not only gained many friends, but also felt an unprecedented sense of happiness. Temper affects our family health and happiness. Learning to control our emotions and maintain a good temper will not only make our relationships better, but also make our lives more fulfilling. The smaller a person's temper is, the more harmonious the family will be. On the contrary, bad temper will bring conflicts and destroy family harmony. I know a family who live a very harmonious life. Parents always treat their children kindly, and when they encounter problems, everyone discusses and solves them together. There were few quarrels in this family, as everyone knew bad tempers only brought trouble. As a result, their children also learned how to deal with problems with good temper and became sensible and kind-hearted people. The gentler the temper, the healthier the body, and blessings will follow. Bad temper not only affects our mood, but also damages our health. We can understand the relationship between temper, luck, and blessing through a story. Once upon a time, there was a carpenter who would get very irritable every time he encountered something unsatisfactory at work. One day his master saw it and said to him, "Whenever you're angry, go to the old tree outside the workshop and hit the trunk 10 times, and then come back to work." The carpenter agreed to the master's suggestion. Every time he felt angry, when the time comes, he will put down his work, walk to the old tree outside the workshop, and knock on the trunk quietly 10 times. As time goes by, his temper becomes better and better, and his skills become more and more sophisticated, and eventually became the most famous carpenter in the local area. Many years later, the carpenter was old, and his grandson asked him, "Grandpa, why do you knock on that old tree every time you are angry?" The carpenter replied with a smile, "When I was young, whenever I was angry, I would knock on the tree. While knocking, I would think, my skills are so poor, how can I waste time and energy on being angry? As soon as I thought about this, my anger subsided, and I spent all my time improving my craft. Now that I'm older, whenever I get angry, I still knock on that tree and think, I already have so much success and happiness. Why should I get angry over little things?" When I thought of this, my anger disappeared. This story tells us that tolerance and calmness can help us win more, while temper will destroy everything. Only those who know how to be satisfied and control their emotions can feel at ease and be at ease. Otherwise, no matter how much we have materially, we will not be able to feel true peace and joy in our hearts. Even if others are wrong, we have no right to lose our temper. Losing your temper is only hurting yourself. You should learn to think from other people's perspective and tolerate that the blessings and misfortunes in others' lives are your own fault. Only with humility, generosity, and kindness can blessings always be with you. I hope today's sharing can inspire everyone. Let's work together to become good-tempered and tolerant people and welcome a better future. If today's video is helpful to you, please give me a like and leave a message saying, "Keep a good temper and accumulate good luck." I wish you all the best, full of blessings, wealth, and peace in this life. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please click the subscribe button on the right to let us establish a closer connection. No matter where you are, may we cultivate blessings together. Reposting it casually, the merits are immeasurable.